In this video, I'm flying Jetstar from Australia to Japan,
Nothing beats a Jetstar holiday.
and I was genuinely shocked by how good it was. Join me on this 8-hour journey from Cairns to Tokyo as we take a closer look at Jetstar's premium cabin experience. Hello from Cairns Airport. Today I'm going to be flying on Jetstar. Jetstar is the low-cost subsidiary of Qantas and is often associated with typical budget airline reputation. But there is a premium side to Jetstar that's only available on their 787 aircraft. That includes daily flights from Cairns to Tokyo and Osaka. Today's trip actually begins at Melbourne's International Airport, where I check in for my domestic connection to Cairns. Yes, I did say International Airport, because despite this being a domestic flight, this particular JQ34 service departs from the international terminal.
Tokyo Narita. This is a strange flight leaving from the international terminal.
And this comes with its pros and cons. It means a very early start at Melbourne, but I was able to clear immigration security here and even squeeze in a quick visit to the Qantas first class lounge before my flight. The flight to Cairns on the Jetstar A321neo was fairly uneventful, and we landed on time. And as I got off the plane, I got my first glimpse of the two Japan-bound Dreamliner aircraft waiting on the tarmac. Soon enough, it was time to board, and this is what the Jetstar business class offering is like. Jetstar has a fleet of 11 787-8s, and all of them come in the same configuration. There are 335 seats in total, with 21 of them in business class spread across 3 rows at the front. Let me start with a fair warning that this is not a lie-flat product, but you really can't expect one for the price, which I'll get to later. The recliner-style seating feels quite similar to the Qantas domestic business class seat, but with a more generous legroom. Despite its limited bling factor, the seat was pretty comfortable and a stark contrast to the regular Jetstar experience. Throughout this video, I couldn't help but compare this flight to the regular Jetstar offering, which is my only other experience flying Jetstar. Small details stood out too, like the individual air vents, something even Singapore Airlines doesn't offer on its 787s. Amenities included a pillow, a blanket, noise-cancelling headphones, and a chill kit, Jetstar's take on simple but practical amenity kit.
So can I offer you an orange juice or a sparkling wine?
The crew were fantastic throughout, and there was even a pre-departure drink service before the pushback.
Thank you, cabin crew. Please arm doors.
I did skip over the lounge access situation at Cairns Airport on purpose, because there isn't one. You could say this is one of the downsides of flying Jetstar business class. Lounge access is only available in certain airports, and only on Business Max fares. Takeoff from Cairns has to be one of the most beautiful ones I've experienced. Firstly, flying over the green mountain ranges that frame the city, but then shifting to what felt like an aerial tour of the Great Barrier Reef. Shortly after takeoff, a snack was served, and I explored the in-flight entertainment system. The screen is on the smaller side, but responsive, with a remote option provided if you prefer. The library of content provided was decent but not extensive, both in the movie and TV sections. There is, however, no Wi-Fi on board, which shouldn't come as a surprise, as even Qantas doesn't offer this on its international long-haul routes. It was soon lunchtime, and here's a look at the paper menu that was provided. three options were available, and I went for the salmon, which turned out to be a great choice, and it came out in a single tray with the appetizer and dessert. The meal service even featured metal cutlery and porcelain dishes, and the ingredients felt fresh and tasted great. I did find out later that the menu for this route has remained the same for the last few years. This is one of the few ways Jetstar is able to keep its fares low, but to be honest, for the occasional traveler like me, it doesn't really matter. There is also a decent selection of hot and cold drinks on the back of the menu. Time for the loo review, and it comes with a surprise kangaroo spotting. Well, apart from that, it was a standard 787 toilet with no bells or whistles to speak. I also checked out the economy class cabin, which didn't seem too distinct from any 787 offering. Back at my seat, I was provided with the economy class snack menu, which I was informed is complimentary for business class passengers. So I opted for some chocolate as the dessert from the lunch wasn't that great. The electronic window shades were then dimmed, as I rested for a few hours, charging both myself as well as my electronic devices. A couple of hours before landing, we were presented with the pre-arrival menu. Two options were available, and the chicken quesadilla hit the spot. It was served hot and came in a single tray along with a mango cheesecake for dessert, which was much better. Throughout the two meal services, the crew headed by in-flight service manager Scott were very interactive and seemed very passionate in their service. And not too long after that, we were on approach into Tokyo's Narita airport, and here is a summary. Jetstar business class often cost the same or even less than premium economy on other airlines. Keeping that in mind, I was genuinely impressed by the overall service and catering on this flight. Yes, there are some downsides, like the limited lounge access situation and the lack of business class on the Melbourne Cairns leg. But the price point, plus the ability to earn lots of Qantas points and status credits on a max fare, makes this a really strong product. Jetstar is about to upgrade their business class product in 2026, and I wouldn't hesitate to try them out again then.
On behalf of the entire team, it's been a pleasure having you on board. We look forward to seeing you the next time you decide to fly. Thank you and